All right, it's day 4, working on my bumper. It's, these are partial days, not full days, but got some more welding to do, a little grinding, some straightening, just trying to make everything nice. All right, there's what that weld looks like, all ground down. Not too bad. This one still needs some work. I haven't gotten to this part yet. Yeah. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end up having to paint this bumper or polish it. Not sure which. So I got some 3/16 aluminum plate here, and I've applied some Dykem layout blue to it, and this stuff works really nice along with a TIG torch tungsten or anything that you can grind to a sharp point for scribing a line that you need to follow to cut out something. So I'll go ahead and do that now. So I just held that up in here behind this notch and scribed a line on it. This piece of aluminum's already got a notch cut out of a corner of it, so I'm going to take that over to the bandsaw and cut that out to match to fit in this hole here. A little progress shot here. I got this clamped up and tacked in a couple corners there. That'll turn out nice. I did some grinding on that. It's pretty flush. I don't think you'll ever really tell that that was cracked before. Same thing right here. You can see that laid in there pretty nice. All right, well, we're almost stacking dimes now. Getting a little better as we go. I'm gonna grind that down flat. All right, I ground that down. Wire wheeled it. It's not too bad, huh? There's a little bit of a signature there, but I mean, I could go after it some more, but I don't know. It's gonna be on the bottom. It's all right. Well, I stopped by Mr. Lucky's place, and he's got this the frame up on the bed of the truck, doing some test fitting here. It's looking pretty good. Looks like it fits. Yeah, coming together nice. All right, I welded up the back side of that square there. Doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and grind that down flat. There's the back side of that one. That one. I'm gonna go ahead and clean these up some more here with some grinding. All right, I already ground and wire wheeled that one. I ground this one, I gotta wire wheel that and that. was steel, it'd be a hell of a lot heavier. So one of my viewers suggested using a piece of angle to try and straighten this out with some clamps and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and clamp that to it and see what happens. Garage sale tag off of it. Probably gonna have to get this thing hot. And I don't have a oxyacetylene torch, so seems to be working. I don't know if it's going to stay though. I think I'm going to put some heat on that just for good measure. My bottle's just about empty. You can only get it so hot with this propane. I need an oxyacetylene setup. One of those little portable ones would be nice. I was looking at one, they're about $300 though. This metal is such a big piece of metal. The thing's just like a huge heat sink, especially with aluminum. You know, it ain't gonna do too much. Let's see what the IR gun says. 127 degrees, that's nothing. Yeah, it's kind of warped through here too. A bunch of crap on there. Still got the garage seal tags on. Bumper's older than I am. Just they don't make them like this anymore. Well, let's see if this one springs back on me. And it did. It sprung right back. looks like that crack that I welded has started to resurface when I did that. Yep. It has to stretch out, doesn't it? I mean, in order for me to push on that, I think it has to get longer that way. And so if I've got this all clamped up here, yeah, I'm gonna have to go over that again with the torch, because that ain't good. Show you. See, me reefing on that's reintroduced a hairline crack there. So I think the thing to do is to go back over it with my TIG torch, which will get it hot, and I will clamp it while it's hot. See what that does. Okay, so I went back over those problem areas. I gotta grind them off, see what we got. And I got a little more grinding to do down here. That's from when I welded the other side. Kind of melted through. Okay, I flipped the bumper over and I'm gonna go over the back side of this this weld here where I tried to straighten it out. Just gonna get a little heat and make a little rod there, just to reset that trace. There's a little trace crack there. Okay, I put quite a bit of heat and rod into that because I wasn't satisfied that I had a full penetration on that weld, and I was seeing some cracking in the side of the hole there, and so I was giving it full pedal, 175 amps, and really liquefied it and put quite a bit more rod in there, so it will have sagged out the other side, and I'll have some cleanup and grinding to do back there, but I turned it into molten aluminum, so there shouldn't be a crack there anymore. This is my welder. I've got a Lincoln Square Wave 175, and you know, for this stuff, I find it really does work best somewhere up, you know, 150, 175 amps, because it's such a big heat sink. You really need to put some juice into it to get it to behave. You get away with less, but just after my sort of dinking around here, that's what was working best for me, is just really sock it to it. So okay, I ground that out. I'm gonna flip it over and grind out the other side. So I just flipped it over. We did get penetration on that weld. You can see some of that dripped all the way through. I'm gonna go ahead and grind that off, see how it looks. Okay, so I think that weld's okay now. I've gone over it quite a bit. So yeah, this is probably going to turn into a full paint job, or polish job, I think. What I'm going to do, I think, is strip all this paint off this bumper and see how it looks if I polish it. And if it looks like crap, I'll just paint it. So stay tuned for progress updates. I think I'm done for the day. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.